Alright everybody, hello and welcome as always. I am Sean. This is In The Mixer, episode 9 of our FC Isle of Man series. We're well and truly towards the end of season 2 now, and as always, I've made a mistake and pretty much jumped straight into the game when I shouldn't have. So let's not waste too much time, let's jump straight into the game as quickly as possible. And since that last episode, we've only played one game, of course, already champions. You knew that if you watched episode 8. We did comfortably just beat Little Coleman 3-1 when I loaded the game up. They had a man sent off late on, but really, the fixture was kind of decided before then anyway. All 3 goals coming from Charlie Ball in the first half. Great to see him breaking his goal scoring duck. He had been struggling. I think he played 12 or 13 hours of football or something prior without scoring, so good to see him back. And then, of course, today we're going to play New Haven, who are currently in second. It's really just to determine how much we're actually going to win the league by. And then Peacehaven, who are currently in 4th, but only just a couple of points behind them. We've still got challenges, we've still got struggles because teams keep coming in for our players. We look at the transfer history out. Transfer history out. Scott Wilson and George Baker have both been picked up by other sides since the last episode. Quite frustrating, but they are higher division teams. We need to try and get ourselves up the divisions as quickly as possible so that we can secure our players. And if higher division teams want them, we can try and make a transfer profit, all that sort of stuff. All of these guys were playing first team football when they departed the club. And that's just one of those things when you do lower league management, you do have to deal with your best players potentially moving to higher division teams. We haven't brought anybody in yet. We are going to keep an eye on it, but we've only got 4 league games remaining. Really, we just need to get an 11 out each week, a couple extra subs, and we should be fine. We are also, both today's episode and the last episode as well, kind of starting to review who we want to keep around for next season and who we might let back out into the footballing wilderness. Obviously, the 2 up top, Rob Harker and Cameron Archer, will definitely hang around. I think we'll probably keep Charlie Ball as well, even though his star ratings aren't fantastic. He's had a wonderful season. He finishes goals pretty regularly when he's playing. We're probably going to look to try and hold Broadbent and Haygarth, but if there are better central midfielders on the free agent market or transfer list or loan list or anything like that, we may look for potential upgrades. And then the defence, I think, is probably the biggest area of improvement that we have to make, but we've got a whole bunch of different players at different clubs that we're looking at. A whole big long list of players that we're currently scouting that are playing at teams in and around the Northwest. Mostly juniors, mostly players under the age of 21 that have their first real, professional contracts that are coming up on their expiry date, and we're going to look to try and bring them in to round out our squad for next season and continue our kind of Isle of Man policy of bringing in talent with high potential, trying to develop them a little bit through game time, and then, kind of passing them on to higher division clubs or just letting their contracts lapse. Everyone's on non-contract, so it doesn't really kill us that much financially. More than enough from me though, let's jump in and have a look straight away at the 2 lineups for the New Haven game. We're of course playing our 4-4-2, Andrew in goal, Bainbridge and Thompson as the centre backs, Askew and Essien as the full backs, I'm going to try and get it right this time, Ola Tobison as the right winger, Fenlon on the left, Broadbent and Haygarth in midfield, and Archer and Harker up top. They're playing a 4-4-2, very similar looking structure, just a little bit reversed in terms of their forwards roles. Good amount of regens as well. They must be a decent side though because they have rocketed through the second half of the season. Assertively, we're going to tell everybody, great opportunity to show everyone that the media is right to back you up. And hopefully, if we get the win today, we can get ourselves closer and closer to a record points total in the division. Long ball up the line to Archer from the throw. Fenlon now cuts inside, gets on his right foot. It's not a bad strike, but Belair's in the New Haven goal does very well. You can see if you look at the table here, very, very tight. 61 points is 6th position. Second spot now taken over by Peacehaven, only 63, so incredibly tight in terms of the other positions and places for promotion this year. 30 minutes gone. I'm going to use our Get Creative shout. We've had everything statistically, but we haven't seen much in the way of highlights. And we get to half time at 0-0. We've had 10 shots, 4 on target, 53% of the ball, only 1 highlight to speak of. They haven't done anything really with the ball. Let's calmly tell everyone not happy with your performance. And let's also tell the 2 forwards calmly, looking for you to make the difference. And at least Rob Harker has responded positively. He didn't have the best first half. We've got a corner here. It's going to be Ola to take towards Archer and then to Harker at back post. I think he's offside. And yeah, the referee's called that one back. Just a flick on header to back post and then a good finish, but didn't time the run well enough. Throw in here from Essien on the right. Deep ball across, headed away. Fenlon should be able to bring it down. Gets the strike away, but it never really looked like it was going to come down. A few more highlights in the second half here. Long ball forward. Summerfield lost the ball out to Archer. Harker tried to hit it first time. Long ball forward from Skinner. Bainbridge takes a poor touch. Phillips has gotten in behind. First real highlight we've seen for New Haven, and then an excellent save from Andrew in goal. Right, we're going to move to our attacking structure and go for it in the last 30 minutes. We're just going to go based on performance so far. So Harker, Fenlon and Thompson are going to come off. Ritson, Harrison and Ball will come on, and hopefully If one of them can respond positively to this chat passionately, I'm looking for you to make the difference. We've at least had a good response from Charlie Ball. If he can find a goal for us, let's also use our Get Creative shout. 73 minutes played, we've got a throw in here on the right into Haygarth. Reverse pass to Olatubsen. Broad bent now at the top of the box, facing the wrong direction. Looks out right to Essien. We've got a 2v1 if we work it correctly here. Hangs the ball towards the middle. It falls to Ball. It's a poor defensive header from Henry back there. 32nd goal of the season for Charlie Ball. He's backing it up again this year with plus 30 goal season. Broad bent with an excellent pass there, and he thought maybe Essien might try and work a triangle with a couple of the guys he's got near him. Instead, he hangs the ball towards back post. Henry with the poor defensive header, and Ball stays alive to it. His defender, his marker, had just cleared out thinking that the ball was going to go away. I'd be real pissed if that happened to our team, but we'll take a goal, even if it's via a mistake. They've got a highlight here from the corner. Summerfield to take. Andrew comes out and claims it very well. We're going to use our demand more shout. We'll see if this highlight has anything further. We've got a 3v3 forward if we go long. He's looked for Harrison now on the left-hand side. He's got time and space ahead of him and a man to his left. He loses out to Crease in midfield. Phillips plays it forward to Jevon for New Haven. Archer's recovered the ball in a good position and skip past one defender. Can he find the finish now? It's an excellent run and an excellent finish for Cameron Archer. His 17th goal of the season. He won the ball back in a very good spot and then had quite a bit to do actually once he recovered it. It's Jevon with the poor pass there. Archer then rounds the defender, gets it back on his favourite right-hand side, takes a touch around the keeper in the end and passes that one into the back of the net. Give us a 2-goal advantage and hopefully call an end to the game itself. Throw in here 4 minutes of additional time. Ola plays it back to Essien. Archer lays it off to Haygarth. Excellent work pass there from Archer just to lay it off for the midfielder. And Haygarth rifles in his 8th goal of the season. I think he's got most of those 8 goals in the season in the second half of the year as well. It's good work pass there from the throw in. And then Archer, that's an excellent nod down. Good proper target man play. And Haygarth with rifling finish. Got another highlight here, though we are through most of the additional time. Harrison's gotten in behind on the left-hand side. He cuts inside, strikes from distance. It didn't look like it was coming back towards the goal. And the referee calls full time 3-0. A very good performance considering we were at 0-0 at 74 minutes. 25 shots, 9 on target, 54% possession. They've had 1 no shots on target and 46%. Dressing room, let's go and passionately tell everybody. Very pleased with the result and your performance. They were second going into the league game. I think that drops them down to 5th or 6th. And it may mean that our next match against Peacehaven is actually going to be first v second again. It's not. Shoreham's leapfrogged everybody on goal difference. But Shoreham, Crawley Down and Peacehaven all level on 63 points. So it's going to be a massive fixture for them as well. Archer on form with 1 goal, 1 assist. Let's praise his performance. Tell him he was excellent. And now through the magic of editing, jump forward to the game against Peacehaven. Alright, just like that, we're a week ahead, an unchanged lineup for us. No real need to change it after that big win. They're similarly playing a 4-4-2, very similar shape to the same one that New Haven was using. Passionately, we're going to tell everybody, great opportunity to show all the pundits they were right to back you up. We'll see how we go on positive. It was once we changed to attacking that we got a little bit better in the New Haven game. But we'll see how this one plays out first before we make any decisions. We're wearing our very sharp looking third choice black kit. Long ball forward here to Archer. From deep, can he find the finish? He tries to find the corner just past the far post. Good play, just a direct pass over the top from Askew, but if the space is there, we should exploit it. Throw in here for Peacehaven. Forward to Baker, back to Cook, back to Morgan now. All the way back to the goalkeeper. That's good pressing, just sending them all the way back to have to restart through the keeper from what was pretty much an attacking throw-in position. They've got the ball here though, Kelleher into Wiltshire, over to Archer. Archer with an excellent interception. Burst forward again, and that time he finds the finish off the inside of the post. It's always great to see a goal clip a post on its way in. His 18th of the season and a phenomenal run. It's a poor ball from Wiltshire here, and he reads it fantastically well. Gets in front of Naylor, and then no one gets anywhere near him as he bursts forward. Waits for the keeper to commit, and then passes it into the back of the net. Phenomenal work from him. He's having a good little episode. Is Archer up top. Thrown on the right-hand side here. Essien looks to Harker in the corner. Does well to bring it under control. Looks for Archer, who brings it down tremendously. Reverse pass to Fenlon, who maybe just could have tried to pass that one far post. Instead, it was straight at the keeper, and he held. 10 minutes to go in the half. We're going to use our demand more shout, give everyone some focus. No one's responded super positively, but the clock is ticking down relatively quickly. And at halftime, a goal up, 10 shots, 3 on target, 49% with possession. They've only had 1 shot. It was off target and 51% of the ball. Let's tell everyone we've got to guard against complacency. We haven't used that one that much this year because we've usually been up 2 or 3 goals by the time we get to half time if we've gone in with a lead. Andrew with a long free kick forward towards Archer. Not a bad flick on, but Morgan recovers for Peacehaven. Long ball forward, Essien knocks it down to Ola. Tries to skip past the challenger Marzetti. He does recover the ball though. Warner all the way back to Guest in goal. Long ball forward. Kelleher knocks it down for Marzetti, the fullback, who'd pushed on further forward. Ola nearly went through the back of him. I thought that might be a foul there for a second, but they've still retained possession. Cook plays it into Baker, back to Cook. They've looked for the long ball forward. Essien just hacks it forward. Harker's in a 1v1. He's in a wide area. Would have taken a hell of a finish, but the keeper does well. And Morgan in the Peacehaven back line scrambles it away. We've got a corner here. We'll let this play out. Archer with a good header in. I think it's Haygarth that got the last touch on it. Is he onside though? No, it's been ruled out for offside, and he's ruling it out for Rob Harker being offside from the initial ball in. 3 subs just on performance. Ritson will come on for Oren Thompson. Harrison will come on for Fenlon on the left wing, and Charlie Ball will come on for Harker, who has struggled a little bit assertively. I think there's a lot more to come from you guys. And let's also use our Get Creative shout for the last few minutes, see if we can get ourselves a 2-goal buffer. Ball forward to Askew now. Back to Bainbridge. Now Broadbent in midfield. He's got men forward. He goes for the crossfield switch towards Ola. Can he find the finish from the wide area? It's a good save from Guest. Maybe he could have squared that one up to Charlie Ball for a tap-in. But we do get a corner, which we don't get to see a highlight for. 10 minutes remain. Let's use our demand washout. Give everyone some focus through to the final whistle. Just so there aren't any slip-ups, any lapses in judgment. 3 minutes to be added on. We haven't seen many highlights in this second half. And the game is going to fizzle out and come to an end. 2 shots in the end for Peacehaven, 49% possession. We had 18, 7 of those on target, and 51% of the ball. Cameron Archer, his fantastic goal, ending up being the match winner. Good win, boys. Well done. No need to get down on anyone. We're just going to try and keep morale as high as possible, because if we have to give everybody contracts, we're going to try and give them low ball contracts to keep our wage budget down. And if they're happy, they're more likely to sign them. FC Isle of Man secure victory at Piddinghoe Avenue. Cameron Archer, Man of the Match award. Let's go and praise him. 2 Man of the Match performances from the big man up top. And we're on a lovely little run in the new year. Only that 1 quarter-final defeat in the FAVs. Every other game we have won or drawn since October. We will play the Lingfield game, I think, off screen. And then we're going to come back tomorrow to the last game of the season against Newark, Flow Serve. They're currently in 6th position. So how are they in terms of promotion positions? Is there only 1 promotion position out of this division? I thought there'd be playoffs or something at least. But nevertheless, I'm sure they're going to want to finish as high as humanly possible as well. Then we'll do a little bit of review. We'll go through like the stats, all that sort of stuff, similar to what we did Friday of last week at the end of Season 1. Now, if you do have any feedback, positive or negative, feel free to chuck it in the comment section below. You can subscribe to the channel to be kept up to date to all of our videos as soon as they're released. We've got FC Isle of Man is going to be ongoing throughout the Christmas period, Monday to Friday. And then once we get into the new year, we're going to bring back some of our Season Wonder saves as well. We've done Manchester United. AC Milan's to come. Stoke's been requested. If you've got your own teams that you'd love to see me do 1 season with, put them in the comment section. I will, of course, take on board whatever you guys suggest. Follow us over on Twitter at @InTheMixer_FM, and keep an eye for our regular Sunday evening Twitch streams with our Employee of the Month series. But as always, thank you so much for watching. That's the part that I appreciate the most. I've been Sean, and I'll see you all again in the Mixer.